distinguished speaker of the today's evening, Mr. N. Sridhar, and my dear members of CMA. I extend a warm welcome to you all for this Monday meeting. Today is Tuesday, in view of our Vinayak Chaturthi, we was postponed to adjourned to the next day. So today the topic of today's session is business application of the smartphone. You are all familiar now how effectively we are using it for business tool. Many organizations started using smartphone rather than laptops and computers and other things. So one person today we are learning is Mr. N. Sridhar. He is having a 36 years of experience in this industry. So we started, he studied in BT, REC, one of the reputed college, engineering college, electrical and electronics course, and then we worked sometime with Wipro and BHEL and then Wipro, and then we had a global experience in Dubai, more than almost 85 to 2005, means 20 years on this serious aspect. And now he was the chief executive officer of Siddharth Consulting Service. You are all know that familiar with the famous steel company Ishapali. Now, subsequently, he has taken over this, and he has started in the name of Innovative Systems, and his core competence is CRM packages to construction and paint industry. He started an introduction. I once again welcome you, sir. CMA is having almost 3,000 members, including board members, and we have corporate and individual members as well as student members. This was actually started prior to All India Management Association. It was started in the year 1954, whereas RIMA started in the year 1958. So, yeah, we start introduction. I once again welcome you. Definitely your experience will be useful, immensely useful to all our members. Thank you.
Good evening to all. Able to hear me. So it's a pleasure to be here this evening, to share some of my thoughts on how to use a smartphone for business purposes. Please, let me try to make this session as interesting as possible. I'm not going to talk technology. If I talk, please stop me. And promise it will not be a long one, because it's raining outside, or everybody might be interested in reaching home earlier before the rain starts again. So I thank the Coimbatore Management Association for providing me this opportunity. Okay. We are a software solutions provider and a member of the BNI benchmark chapter, about which I was telling the President just now. So we not only do customized business software, but also develop Android-based mobile apps, and that is the subject today, about how you can use your phone for business purposes, apart from entertainment and speaking and all. And my colleagues here, Mr. Sridharan, Sriram and Nandakumar are also here, and anyone interested in seeing some of these apps being demonstrated, most welcome. So, we'll also be happy to discuss with you with private appointment on your business needs. So, you would have seen those old mobile phones. The first one used to be like a brick. Of course, this is a what do you call, public booth being carried, and our phones were like this earlier. So it was being used only for speaking, and then later, suddenly we realized phone need not be used only for speaking, but also for texting. Until then, we never knew that we can type messages, except telegram, and because those days even internet was not there. But suddenly a new language arrived, and which blissfully we are not aware, and the college students there must be very familiar, right? You are all from college students?
Yes, sir.
So you must be telling me any more words missed out? Yeah, it's a SMS lingo, not language. Language is long form. They call lingo, right? LOL, BTV, I don't know. And we as senior people are out of that crowd. We cannot. So, in fact, recently I read in a report that one girl wrote her exam completely in SMS language and was thrown out because the teacher was not knowing that. The teacher also should have been just passed the students and she would have passed. So, mobile phones services started in the early 90s. In fact, I'm very happy to say that when I was in UAE, I was working for a telecommunications corporation, and even before mobile phones were introduced here, they were introduced in the UAE in the year 91, 92, and I was involved in the development of complete billing software for that. I had to tour the entire Europe looking for a software for billing purposes. And at the time I learned a lot about technology of mobile phones. Those days it was called GSM systems, even now our PMAT systems. And we used to carry the mobile phone with a jutting antenna, you might remember. If we don't, they are not able to talk, we'll pull the antenna or lean out of the window and shout. Nowadays, now you don't have those. Okay. So, they are called the smartphones. I don't know why. Maybe they make an ordinary person smarter. I'm not sure. But why they are called smartphones is anybody's guess. Maybe the previous phones were dumb enough, so the new phones which came back with intelligence, so they became smart. Okay. But it's now almost become a social symbol to carry a smartphone, whether we use it or not. Whatever, if we carry a Nokia, what is that, 2700, they won't allow us inside, right? We have to carry, at least for show off, we have to carry such a phone. Or at least attempt making calls from this. So smartphones also have a cousin, the tablets. Again, I don't know why they are called tablets. The tablet is never this big, you cannot swallow it. Okay, iPad, or whatever names you can say. And many people you would have seen carrying this also, busy checking emails. Okay? So, okay, the crowd is not much, still I can ask this question. How many of you are not using a mobile phone these days? Anyone? Nobody is not using a mobile phone?
No life, sir.
Huh?
No life.
That's why I am not using. Okay. And I know a person who does not use a mobile phone. He's totally against it. And how many of you are using a low-end cell phone with keypads? You. Huh? You are a student and you are saying this?
Yes, sir, true.
Okay, good. And how many of you are using a very high-end smartphone, such an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy or a Nokia Lumia? So the majority. Okay. Yeah, I know. So I know what phone you are using, the same one. Okay. Smartphones. So that was the evolution of mankind. And see the last picture. He came back from being erect to sitting like that now. And this is how the initial mobile phones looked like. But now, recently, last Wednesday, this particular phone was released. Anybody is aware of this?
So it's a gadget.
Not much.
Huh?
Most probably it's a gadget, not a phone.
Yeah, it is a phone. You have to talk with your hand cupped like this. Galaxy
When
Gear.
we get our phone synced with this watch, we can make ours.
Pardon?
When we sync our smartphone with this watch,
Possibly. Okay. So I can say a smartphone is like a Swiss knife. So any guess on how many features a smartphone has these days? Less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, or greater than 40? We'll come to that answer at the end. How much is that?
Greater.
Okay. Let's see. This I gave this exercise to my colleague today morning, and I think he's still counting. But among all these things, we still consider cell phone a nuisance, right? Even here, I saw where is that?
Yes.
Exactly. And I am talking about cell phone. What a paradox, you know. Let's see. So, I hope we don't have glass water here. So let's have a session with no disturbance from that mobile rings. And already there is a notice. I'll give time for everybody to switch off or go on. Of course, it's not a bane, it's a boon. Because of its advantages. You are now connected to your family, friends, office, wherever you are. But it's also a problem because we can never say I didn't hear, rather I was outside or something like that. You always get a missed call. So you can never say I never got it. So I told her today I really didn't get the calls. And the percentage of mobile phones to population, this is from Wikipedia. You see, India is in the top 5. 70% of our population have a mobile phone. Whether they have a ration card or Aadhaar card, they have a mobile phone. And there are multiple mobile phones in the same family. I don't know why. The father and mother will speak over mobile phone from one room to another. That's the situation. But it has got tremendous opportunities, business purposes. Everybody is having a mobile phone, it is easy to reach them. For whatever, your product ad, your businesses, field services, everything. Now you get a SMS. If you book a gas, you get an SMS. You don't have to worry when the gas cylinder is going to come. Right? Flipkart guy will send an SMS, I am delivering some packet. So you are very close to information. So data which was earlier static now has become live information with the help of a mobile phone. Of course, it's got nothing to do with income levels. So there's no Food Security Act or Mobile Security Act. So the topic is how smartphones can be used for business purposes, and business purposes mostly with respect to senior management, right? So those small tidbits will come at the end. I'm not going to talk, you can read it. That's the guy who was having the doubt. So when the BlackBerry phones were issued, that was a corporate prestige symbol. Everybody will be seen with the BlackBerry. Okay. Because BlackBerry caught the market by linking emails, and everybody was able to exchange emails. I have seen a person talking about his school plan loud enough in the plane. So everybody knew where all he is going. But nowadays BlackBerry is on the wane. It's quite expensive, and the other phones have come up which are more powerful than BlackBerry. More because of its technological closeness. Their application development is very tough. So let's start talking about some of the important applications. WhatsApp. Anybody can tell? It's the most popular one, right? I counted 4 million times it's been downloaded. Anybody who doesn't know about WhatsApp? This is one of the most popular applications that revolutionized communication today. You can exchange information, talking, video, voice messages, text messages, everything all in one go with anyone who is having WhatsApp on his phone. You can form how it can be used for business. Today we have formed an internal group, WhatsApp group in our organization, so that we can exchange messages wherever they are. Like that, business groups can form WhatsApp groups and exchange information over the net, and it's instantaneous. And it's suddenly it has caught the world by storm. It was not there last year. I remember it started becoming popular for the last 6 months. And you know one thing, in US it charged 99 cents. Only yesterday I discovered it. Here in India it's still free.
free for the first year and then they charge 55 euros.
Is it?
It's not a different.
Oh. But in US it's straight away charge. iPhone version is 99 cents. So here also they are going to charge. You were telling me, right?
1 year.
Okay, let's see. Adukapram venada varum. Now another one has come, no? Line.
Yeah, uninstall and reinstall, that's not a problem.
Abriya. Again it's free. We always, that is how we are known for innovation. And it's there in Karnataka. So cool. Somebody has named a hotel at once. What about this?
Cloud storage.
Dropbox. I in fact run my entire office through this domain using Dropbox. All my documents, videos, everything is stored here. Wherever I am, and also first of all, I don't have the risk of losing anything now. And obviously Google Drive is similar to this. So you can, the moment I take a photograph, I don't have to worry, it gets uploaded into Dropbox. And for business purposes, any documentation, you share Dropbox folder with your office colleague. So even when you are touring and if he wants to send you a draft proposal, he just publishes it in the Dropbox folder. That's all, you immediately get it. Whether it's a laptop or a phone or a tablet, all devices are synced. You are aware of this Dropbox before? Many of you who are all not aware. So something new for you. So similar to Google Drive. Google Drive came before Dropbox. But somehow, I don't know, they have been changing the names so often. Earlier it was called what? Google, some other name was there, no?
So they are saying some Google Plus.
Yeah.
Google Plus is
Right, they keep changing the name. It's all the same. Google, then Hangout. I also get confused. Only Google is common in that. But the Google Drive has come. They are similar to this, but I found the Dropbox more convenient to use. I can share, I need not share a folder with this. I can share only one file. I can just send a link. So, I can selectively do that. It's they say it is 100% secure, but I don't store my passwords in Dropbox anyway. Still that doubt exists. But you can share your all types of files. In fact, the best thing is, if I invite a friend and he joins, I get some 1 gigabyte of disk space free. So now I have almost 54 gigabytes of disk space, out of which I used only 15 gigabytes. And mobile, I do some online courses. So wherever I am traveling, I just can go through the course material. In fact, we do projects with the people in Chennai and other places, and no need for exchanging emails. One thing I noticed is sometimes the emails miss out, or because of the large size, the emails don't reach. Now we share the folders. I just put up my document in that automatically. My colleague, the customer in Chennai gets a message saying, and then he checks it. There's no worry about calling him over phone and asking him whether email has reached. Then he will say, I didn't receive it. So I will send 2 emails. Now he gets 2 emails. Sometimes it multiplies to 4. It's all utter confusion. Anybody aware of Evernote?
not taking app.
Pardon?
Not taking app.
Yeah. Evernote is another fantastic app which lets you keep all your information in one place. It is available in all these whatever I am talking are available in a computer as well as a mobile phone. That is how it's now called, no longer called information technology or communication technology. It's called ICT, information and communication technology. Both these technologies are converged together. So, whatever you were doing using a laptop, now you can do using a tablet or a mobile phone. So that is the advantage we have today. and it's much easier to carry a mobile phone. In fact, I just discovered in my house, I have a TV, a Sony Bravia. It's also a smart TV. I discovered it as a smart TV only now because I didn't read the manual. And automatically, whatever video, everything I have in my phone, I can play it on my TV. When icon comes, I press it. From here, the information gets transferred. So think about it for your presentation. No need for all this. You just have a phone, carry this. I don't have to carry a laptop, power, overhead projector, nothing. Just a smart TV with a phone, that's enough. All the presentations, video, pictures, anything can be brought, displayed on the TV. In fact, I can watch a full movie and battery doesn't get drained out. Volume control can be done through this. So this can be used for corporate presentation. No need for carrying on with bulky. Of course, the speaker of the TV gets used. That's an important application of the smartphone. Of course, Evernote, as I said, it can collect all your ideas in one place. Collect it. You must be able to answer. Have you heard of Mind Mapper? Mind Mapper. Mind Mapper is a software which you can download on a computer or also on a phone. Means whatever thoughts which occur, suppose you are planning, let's say, a wedding. There will be so many things to handle, but not necessarily in that sequence. But the important one is to book the mandapam. First thing we do. Then only we plan everything. But do we do it in sequence? No, because many people are involved. So you can jot down all those things, whatever you want to do, in the Mind Mapper software. Automatically it will synchronize. You can join that. You can say, I need to fix the mandapam. Then I have to arrange for catering. I have to arrange for chairs. All those things. Whatever you think, you jot down, and then you can join them, link them. So the software helps you do that. And it syncs your phone and your computer and all, whomsoever you want to join. It's a beautiful software which I have used. So you don't miss out anything. Maybe you will forget to invite some important people. And only one day before the wedding you will remember that. It becomes an embarrassment. So all those things can be avoided. So that's yet another. And all you need is a smartphone. And there's some bit of effort to learning. And Evernote is organizing projects and to-do lists. Okay. And share knowledge with others. Find what you need and when you need them. And Evernote is not free. Up to a certain point it is free. After that it's a premium edition. But if you have, you go back to your office or home, check for Evernote in your Google, you will know more. Okay, this you must be familiar with. This is the ICICI Bank's mobile banking screen. How many of you have tried mobile banking in your phones? But always there is a worry whether the transaction will go through or not. You might inquire on balances, but you will not do a payment. But it's much more reliable than internet banking. Internet banking, while you are doing, just as you enter the CVV number, the connection will go. And you wouldn't know, especially when you are booking IRCTC ticket. To the extent that they mentioned there's a 60% possibility, 70% possibility. If you book through IRCTC, you will see that. You book through this car, there's a 70%, 60%. That's a shame. Should be 100% whatever you do, right? It's because of the traffic in the server. Mobile banking or mobile booking, that type of failure, will not happen that often. Much more safer. Okay? You can inquire on balances, you can pay bills, you can do whatever. And every bank is now providing it. But ICICI, I think, is more popular than any other. In fact, American Express, Bank of America, you can just take a photograph of the check. If you want to present a check, you don't have to go to the bank. You just take a photograph of the check through the application, it gets presented and your account gets credited. I think that thing has not yet come to India. But check truncation has come where your check is scanned and no need for the clearing houses. But that's done through a computer and a scanner. But American Express, Bank of America, Bank of New York, all have introduced this facility where all you need is a phone fitted with a camera. Maybe it will take some time to get that type of facility in India. Because our RBA is very strict on introducing such facilities. Even this will be probably a minuscule percentage of the population will be using it. Most of them.
Only worry is security.
Yeah, that's
The mindset of
exactly. It's not security, it's a mindset. It's all as secure as anything. It's much more secure than going to the bank and drawing cash outside. Somebody might snatch it and run away. At least that won't be. He can do it in the comfort of the home. And nowadays, visiting a bank branch has reduced to the minimum. I don't know when was the last time anyone visited a bank branch, stood in the counter for drawing cash. That's rare day. Yeah, we open once, and closing also we just give a letter. So we don't go because the bank manager is going to ask us why are you closing. So we don't go. But to opening an account we go once. And that too with all the KYC now very strict. Opening an account has become difficult. And we don't open account in every bank wherever we see. Corporate accounts obviously we go. And that too, it has got more formalities. But savings accounts we might have in one bank or two banks, not in 20 banks. So visiting a branch is for drawing money or issuing, getting a draft, etc. All these things can be done through the net now. And obviously we have the ATMs which have revolutionized the way. But do you know one thing? ATMs, the purpose for these ATMs are put to today. We have nothing much. It can be used for several purposes. And many places, several new features have been introduced. Unfortunately, in India, we are just limited to drawing cash. Yeah, anything. Not only that, in fact, I am working closely with the top cardiologist in Chennai. But we are talking to a bank also, where the ATM center can be used for health checks. It can be used for health check kiosks. Because otherwise the ATM hall is empty, nobody else is there. And it can be used for BP checks, diabetics, etc. And the parameters can be fed in the ATM itself. So it gets stored along with your account. We are talking to a bank on that. And it can be published in your mobile phone, coming to your mobile phone. So whenever you go. In fact, I carry all my medicinal requirements on my mobile phone. I don't remember.
Like your mobile number is anyway unique number, sir. If I send you a message, it reaches you.
Yeah.
So same way, if I have to pay you 1,000 rupees, then there should be a possibility to send you to your thing. If that kind of thing comes, then it will become more.
Exactly. That's so as he's rightly said, the safety mindset of the
No, sir,
people.
yeah. First, as you were saying, when you are doing mobile banking, then no need even a bank, then I can give it to you directly. No need to go to the one bank and
Exactly. No, it has come. There is a facility called YPay Cash. You see, if you
PayPal kind of a thing.
PayPal online banking. If you go to this Tulsi Pharmacy, there you will see an ad called YPay Cash. Y. That is a mobile app which you can pay straight away. And in mobile you also have a feature called near field communication, where two phones equipped with NFC. In fact, Nokia brought that feature, but somehow I don't know, it's not become famous. You tap one phone with the other phone, you can exchange. It's called electronic wallet. You can store cash in it. You charge the mobile phone, so you can transfer. Yeah, that's correct. ICICI also has got it. But recently this YPay Cash has become quite popular. I don't know. I got to find out.
Paytm is also doing it.
What?
An app called Paytm.
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 Okay, I don't know. But Illame, they are all catering to very small percentage of population.
Hong Kong, we had something called a octopus card, sir, so which can be used for travel
Yeah.
and taking food in McDonald's and some small restaurants, buying in 7-Eleven shops and all this.
In US,
No, in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, okay. Many banks issue such cards here itself. You can pay here in rupee and you go abroad, you can use it in the ATMs and all order.
No, what I'm saying is it's not like through ATM. When you travel by train, there will be a counter through which to pass. So the money will be deducted from that. It's a magnetic card.
Okay, it's a smart card.
Yeah,
it's a smart card.
Uh,
Yeah, otherwise in the card, magnetic type cards. That can be copied very easily. That they charge you 20 rupees for that, But what he is talking about is smart card with memory chips, which can store as much as 1,000 bytes or something. There are 4K cards, 1K cards are available. We are talking about MiFi cards.
Yeah, so that we can recharge in some place and use it for all the.
They are all called contactless cards. Where you just flash the card and automatically do it. If you go to Singapore, the entire bus service is run by that. You just have to flash it and automatically the amount is deducted. And nowadays those facilities are coming on mobile phone also. There are mobile phones coming with the scanner sticker.
So then there will be a situation where we don't have to carry change as well as cash.
Exactly. Already it has come in foreign countries. Here only, still it will take some time. Here, I know a funny situation in this restaurant, Anandas. If you pay by credit card, they'll charge you more. And that's illegal. Okay. And like that, many shops charge you more, 2%, 3%, etc. But actually, they should charge us less because they are saving on cash carrying costs. Think about how much cash Anandas will collect at the end of the day and where are they going to keep it?
Access Bank debit card, not yes, the Axis Bank debit card. The petrol pump are 100 rupees, 150 rupees.
Yeah, service tax, all those things. Actually, it's wrong.
It's very wrong. And when I inquired about it, it just depends. What depends? What depends. The man is actually, it depends.
No, that is because Visa charges around 2.5% actually. That will be merchant. That is passed on to us.
Actually, big sector banks, they are not deducting, they are not charging.
They are not supposed, nobody is supposed to charge.
Access Bank, they are charging because of that, they change the
Exactly.
account to some other bank, nationalist bank. Yes, I am telling you.
Yeah, see, that amount may not be much, but cumulatively it will be huge amount.
When Chidambaram talking about ATM should not be charged yearly also.
Now they charge, up to 5
They are
transactions.
trying to now reverse back that.
No, that is, in fact, because the common man is not aware of the benefits of using a credit card or this. See, think about the cash which is collected in the petrol fuel station. At the end of the day, it will be in lakhs. And what about the insurance for that? First of all, safety. Where are they going to keep it? Which bank is open at night, 10 o'clock? Exactly. Adella cover பண்றதுக்கு they have charged from the people who are paying credit cards. And because we are not aware of this, many don't argue and they pay that. Obviously, everybody will be familiar with this. But you might say, what is the relevance of Facebook in smartphones? 50% of the Facebook users access Facebook through mobile phones. And I downloaded it today. I found it much more convenient than using from a laptop. And this is my friend Vishwa and Devji company, whose entire advertisement is done through Facebook. And see the number of likes. It is yesterday's 58,940. Do you know how many people visit your website? You may never know. But in Facebook, at least likes. Visiting may be more, but the likes helps you know your business popularity. Of course, he forced us to put likes, right?
This is a Coimbatore company or all over the world?
It's a very famous. It's here in Coimbatore. Now this ad will be visible to you. You see that Avinashi Bridge. As you climb, you will see a huge ad.
So that means there's 58,000 people all Coimbatore based.
World over. But so many people have visited that page, then only they can put a like. Of course, he told me go to that page and say like. I said okay. But he's a friend, so he's a colleague in BNI. And this is another way of popularizing. And the smartphone with the Facebook loader, you are very close to everybody in the world. There's no need for a complex website to be built. All that you have to do is create a page, and that's it. In fact, our company also has got one, and many companies have started using. I know one shop, I was first amazed. You have heard of Regal Shoes. That's a very famous Bombay-based shoes footwear company. It has got branches all over the country. They don't have a website. They have only everything is done on Facebook. Nagin Shoes also another one.
I talk to many people, they are saying Facebook, they find this time wasting, so they try to
No,
avoid
that is
Facebook.
the wrong version I also had. See, Facebook is like a labyrinth. When you go in, you won't know which direction you are getting out. First of all, you will be clicking likes, then seeing so many messages. My friends will be saying hi to me. I won't even know. But if we leave that apart, look at it from using it for business purposes. It's a wonderful tool. You
Yeah,
can
like
talk-
our alumni, some people we cannot find, I finally find them on
Exactly.
Facebook.
Exactly. Google Groups is another one. But this one you can do, you can put so many different types of messages, videos uploaded, and immediately the people in your friend circle are alerted. So that way your messages reach the world faster. If you are launching a new product, you can publish it in Facebook, like he has done. I think this was launched by him recently, right, Vishwa? And he is today traveling to Hong Kong. So I told him to come, but I said I am going to put up this page. He said don't worry, but traveling in Hong Kong. And you can just see crafting fine jewelry is an art, and here Vishwa Devji worship it, and his numbers are there. It's no longer just social networking. So think about using this for your business purposes also. Many are not doing it today. They think Facebook is for kids, youngsters, college students. Like you all must be using Facebook.
The thing is, once you place an ad, you can select a category of age category who you want to target, and those ads will be published on those profiles who can come under the particular age group. And
So,
you can-
that's an advantage, right?
Specific group.
That's an advantage. You can't do that in a website. Websites also are now transforming themselves from home page to landing pages. The new concept is called landing page. You must be aware of it, right? Where you land, and no more entry to the home page, deciding what to do and all. No, so targeted messaging.
Like push technology.
Exactly. So I want to buy a particular diamond pendant. Why would I go and search all over? I will say diamond pendant should land directly in the Vishwa Devji's page. From where I will take a decision, because then I can go and buy it online. Flipkart, you type a book name, it will take you directly to that page. Afterwards, you decide what else to do. So that concept has changed. It's called landing pages. Even for your company websites and all, you should start thinking in that direction. So that nowadays, the display of such messages, I don't know who is accessing from what medium. It could be a tablet, it could be a mobile, it could be a computer. Should all be synced. Your message, this type of ad should appear the same way it appears in a laptop on your mobile also. That's where the benefits of smartphones come to the fore. You can't do it in an ordinary phone. And your messages reach faster. As I said, 72% of the Indian population uses a mobile phone. And forget about the smartphones. I think smartphone percentage is more than 50. That's why Nokia lost out on the race and was bought over by Microsoft. You are aware of that. Because Nokia was not fast enough to join this race. So they were busy doing Java-based phones. Samsung came in, Samsung, Ericsson, Sony Ericsson, and Motorola. All those people came and defeated Nokia. Now Nokia's devices division is bought over by Microsoft. So let's get into some specific topics. Until now, everything is free and everybody knew about it. But being in business, most of you are employed or running a business, etc. And so you will have different types of requirements. So I'm going to talk about some specific things here. See, you must have heard of, you must have parked your car in some parking lots, or you would have gone to a cinema theater, etc., where they issue, slips using a handheld terminal. Right? Now you can use a mobile phone. I'll show you where it is used in the next slide. And obviously it will improve the efficiency of the staff several folds. See, information from the field that used to take, days, if not weeks, can be, gathered quickly these days. Just take a mobile phone, enter the information, it's available to you in your system immediately. So this is an example, real life. If you have visited Bangalore and if you have committed a traffic offence, then you will know immediately how it's used. Bangalore police have all been issued BlackBerry phones, and they issue parking tickets using BlackBerry phones on the spot. So it's a type of field service management. They are no more coming to the court or issuing a paper slip. This I found out recently when I was traveling with my friend there. He forgot to wear a seatbelt. The moment the police came, this guy had 100 rupees in it, because the fine is 100 bucks. I said, are you going to bribe him? No. For not wearing seatbelts is 100 bucks, just wait. The guy came with a BlackBerry phone, he punched some number, went to the back of the car, saw the number, immediately details came, and the receipt was printed on a Bluetooth printer. 5 minutes, matter was over. Still he didn't have the speaker. Okay. So the advantages are enterprise mobility. So enables the workforce to have instant access to information through a mobile device anywhere. So I'll show you some of the examples. In fact, we have worked on some of these order booking and on-the-spot invoice printing. So think about replacing a handheld terminal. What are the disadvantages of a handheld terminal? Handheld terminal, every handheld terminal is specific for that purpose. Comes with a specific language, sometimes C++ or whatever. And you have to program it only for that purpose. You can't change it. Second thing is, if the handheld terminal is not connected via 3G or anything, the data stays there, and one has to come back to the office to upload the data. Okay, it's all time consuming and it's quite bulky. Whereas the mobile phone is used for so many purposes, and your staff will find it easy to carry one device, and battery life is much better. In fact, we introduced handheld terminals in some places and found out that they didn't work beyond 6 months because of the way they were being used. And filling customer call reports. In fact, there was a report that Wipro saved almost 1 crore of a rupee by scheduling the visits of the service executives properly. And service executives used to carry a mobile phone. So wherever they go, they just punch in the report and that's it. So the person can be deputed to another spot close by rather than coming back and forth. Okay, think about these things in your organization also. Service engineers can get which places they should visit. Typically, I have always this problem of a UPS serviceman calling every time asking me where's your office. Same guy would have come 1 month earlier. And the shared visits can be scheduled. So transportation costs are reduced. Time is saved. And information is immediate. MFIs, microfinance institutions, they can use this for loan due collection. Another one where we introduced it for a poultry farm is for the daily reports from poultry farms. Like they have to collect chicken weight, feed stock availability, etc. Disease instances, all those things. And you don't have poultry farms in the middle of the city. You have it 60-70 kilometers away. So an inspector traveling all the way, getting that information, coming back, reporting, is all time consuming. Now they can use them, and carrying a laptop, heavy laptop, giving a laptop to every inspector is also quite costly. carrying that safety, then you won't have 3G, you need to connect a data card and all sorts of headaches. With the mobile phone, you just can punch in the information about any instance of disease, which is very much important for a poultry farm. Any disease occurrence has to be reported immediately, and that whatever the chicken thing has to be isolated immediately. Otherwise, it will spread to other chickens. So it's quite dangerous. Telemarketing personnel. Telemarketing, usually call centers, they have to have people there coming at night and operating in shifts, so transport, safety. With the mobile phone, they can operate from their house. And there are software available on the mobile phone which will record all the calls. You can download it for free from the Play Store also. So every call is recorded and the information is immediately transferred. So, no need for a big office space these days. A housewife who has worked as a call center executive can continue to work the same way from her house. All she needs is a mobile phone. Data collection and survey. This we did once for a Bangalore-based company which was collecting statistical data about cancer in remote villages, mouth cancer. So think about it. People have to travel to all the villages, jot down the information, then come back to Bangalore and then collect them. Obviously there will be errors. Okay. That's why we are continuously having this Aadhaar. One Aadhaar, no smart card, ration card. For every card we have to go and stand in the queue, give our data. I don't know why. It could be done once, right? At least our name will be spelled wrongly or correctly in one place. I don't know how it's going to come now when my card comes. Right? We all would have faced such a experience. So, data collection and survey helps a lot. In fact, when some census people came to my house collecting, they brought a big sheet of paper. So, first question, do you have a radio in your house? I said, when was this printed? Maybe before independence. I said, I don't have a radio. Who cares about listening to radio? I have a TV. Have you got that question? Illa sir. So that way we are totally outdated. Builders reporting site status. This is implemented in one of our software. Where think about it. Now nobody builds houses in the middle of the city. Nobody can think of building a flat in racecourse. I think it's 20,000 rupees per square feet. So we go to far off places. What is that? Kalapatti and these are all not that far off, sir. I am from there. Yeah, but no, look at it. The houses are getting constructed outside the city limit. But what about the offices of these builders? Where are they located? Next door you have Royal Shelters. They don't have an office in Taranambatti. They have an office in Racecourse. So, communication. The site engineer will travel from the site once in a week and say the construction site status is this and this. But immediately an invoice has to be raised to the customers. And no flat is less than 50 lakhs these days. So 20% of it is 10 lakhs. He has to collect it from 20 people, it comes to how much? 2 crores. So 1 day extra means it's loss of interest. So mobile phone helps them. Site engineer, all he has to do is send in the information to the site. And it's been successfully implemented by us builder and saved a lot of money for them. Okay, and several such purposes. There are almost 30-40 users I have listed in share with you later. That's a screen. See, you are familiar with what retail audit? Anybody know what is it? Retail audit is, you see this Vodafone shop or Dulux. It's an example. They are supposed to display their messages in a particular manner. They are not supposed to, in a Vodafone shop, you are not supposed to give Airtel's ad and vice versa. A lot of incentives are given to these shops. So there is a team called, they do a retail audit. They go to the shop, see whether it's done in the proper. Maybe Vodafone is popularizing a particular scheme. So that scheme's message should be kept in a specific place. These are all rules. And if the shop doesn't do that, they are penalized. And who checks it? There are agencies who go and check, like market survey agencies and all, go and check. But how do they check? Do they write it in paper? It's time consuming. And there are thousands of shops. So they can use a phone. In fact, we have an app for that, and the people are doing it. Otherwise, they have to carry a digital camera, take a photograph. Interestingly, I'll tell you, we are, in fact, we are waiting for the model. It's called train branding. See, trains, railway coach compartments, they have advertisements pictured on, below the window and above the window. So there are about 4 long ads on the train. Next time you will notice it. Typically it's all government ads, LIC and so on, right? Yeah, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, so many plaster with ads. But who takes care of this? What if somebody tears it up? Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank would have paid lakhs and lakhs to put those ads. And somebody marks it, or that union notice is pasted on that. It's a waste of money. So there is a team which goes and ensures these ads are kept in proper order. Okay, that's called train branding. There are companies available in Bangalore and all, whose job is to go to the yard and take photographs of these advertisement messages, decide whether they are disfigured or they need to be corrected, etc. Because these trains go long distances, the ads could have got torn or could have got damaged, they had to replace it. So earlier they were all doing it through digital cameras. Again, somebody has to come back, and the people who are doing it are not that well highly educated to operate a digital camera, and that too a 25,000 rupee camera is quite, it could be lost. And think about it, one train, 20 coaches, there will be at least 4 ad messages, and so how many? 80. 80 photographs are to be collated, and the information has to reach the head office immediately for any corrections. It takes time. It's a painful process, and our people, these inspectors may not even go there, sit at home, they show the same photograph and say everything is fine. So with the smartphone, what happens is, you exactly know where the photograph is taken. So one of the features is you can link it to your GPS coordinates, longitude and latitude and the location. So the guy cannot cheat. Sitting at home, he cannot take a photo. He has to go there. So that the information is tagged along with the picture. And he can write comments saying I went there and whatever information. So a picture with text goes together and no more back office work required. You follow what I am saying? So this is one of the important uses of a mobile phone for field, the terminology is called field service management. And many of you might have field service executives, sales executives out on the field, or all types of business. Think about using a mobile phone for this purpose. No need to give costly iPhones. Possible. In fact, we demonstrated our app to the police commissioner, the lady who passed away, unfortunately. We demonstrated a full room of 200 policemen. The similar app we demonstrated. How to take, they wanted to have an app where the police CID will carry it in the phone, and it will be clicking pictures. Otherwise it will be looking very obvious. Any questions? Boring? Not very good. Thanks. Don't worry. So we are very proud of talking about this app, which you can download from Play Store. Okay. Anyone having Android phone can download it. It's called Dulux Color Schema. And the similar apps are available through Asian Paints, Nerolac and all, but ours I will say is the best because it's very simple to use. Color, you click a picture, match the color of your choice with the Dulux shade. Dulux sells 2,600 different shades of colors. It's impossible to remember everything. And we don't know the product names, etc. These are highly technical. So all that one has to do is carry this app, take a picture. If the color will be identical, that's a complex part of it. In the smartphone, if I take a picture of this, I will demonstrate it after this. It's quite interesting. If you like this color but you don't know the name of this color and you want to paint your room with this color, it will identify what is the product available with ICI Tulips, the name of the product, which shop sells it and how to reach that shop. And you can even call the shop and ask whether they have the product. And if you don't want to remember anything, you save it in the mobile phone as a shopping cart. And you want to match the color. Suppose you say, I want to paint this side yellow and this side some matching color. How to decide? That's the most confusing part. I will like green, my wife will say no, blue is good. For our arguments, then we accept whatever my wife says, I will accept. So instead of that, it guides us what type of color schemes will be good. So different color schemes, harmony, vastu color, this color, that guides us also. So we can reach up to the shop. So this is an app which is available in Play Store. You can note down the name and download it. And we have tablet versions and touch screen versions also. This is one of the very niche applications of a smartphone, where think about using it not just for colors, for your product ranges. Suppose in your business, you have different products to be sold. You can publish those products as a database and publish this app in the Play Store or iTunes Store, and the products are available to the entire world. Any questions? See, how they have done it, they have 90 different products. 90 different products, brand names, Weather Shield, DTT, different color shades are there. So total works out around 2060 2016 shades of colors, 90 into multiplied by something. Okay. So each one is specific name. I'll show you. So these are all published in the database. They keep changing. So they keep changing. Now publishing a big booklet, etc. is too much cost. So from the mobile phone, all these things are downloaded here. I just have to choose a shade. I'll show a demo after this. That only you can do. Similarly, any product, for example, a sanitary ware manufacturer. I'll show you later. We have a brochure also for our plastic jar manufacturer can do. So all these products, images, etc., can be published in a database. Okay. And then it's available to you in your smartphone. Then you can also say which dealer is selling this. His address, everything can be noted. And using the smartphone, I can just click a button to call him. I can speak to him, or I can store the photograph, I can go there. It could be for anything. Clear? I'll show you. Adhe time, computer liye irukku. Idu mobile phone liye. Okay. Now, yeah. See, we print in the brochure. No, let's show. This is my friend's company's brochure. Okay. He sells a plastic chair. This is a very comfortable chair. You can sit for 4 hours, right? No, can't பார்த்தது இல்லை நான் 6 மணி நேரம். இது உட்காந்துருக்கீங்களா? Supreme. Surprise. Supreme. Okay, Suresh Shankar. He gave me one. That's why I'm talking about it today. I am not sat on it for purpose. But no, forget about that. I'm not here to promote his chair. But this would have costed him one brochure under 50 rupees. These days printing, multi-color printing, 25-30 rupees. What do I do with that? I just keep it there. It can be made to life by this example I'll show you.
first meeting, we have suggested this, we wanted, we want to have some kind of monthly once, we cannot have every week, one meeting on the first, either Saturday or something like that. That way we want to provide more service to the members. That way we almost only the time for speaker, very good time, this experience, though he is 36 years experience, or history, anything in his mind. So, nowadays, many youngsters, since we want to retire now, I want to retire at 40, 85. But some of them, the retirement schemes are planned for 40 years. Whereas people like spend so much time on this history, we need more cooperation because some more programs.